guys, you welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're stumbling on my video, I say a big welcome. So this is a platform for learning French, so do it to check out my videos. If you like them, give them thumbs up, share to loved one, and do subscribe. So in my today's video, we'll be looking at what is referred to as the partitive article, l'article partitive. Okay, so in French language, the partitive article is actually a preposition de plus a definite article. So in French language, our preposition always contrasts with a definite article. So we have preposition de plus an article, a definite article. Definitely this is going to be le, la, or le, and we have another article a plus our definite article, which contrasts in French language. So our definite articles and our preposition contrast in French language. If you want to know more about articles, definite articles and indefinite articles, do well to check out my previous video. So let's start. So these are the partitive articles that we have in French language. And note, these articles, they are used for unspecific quantity, something that you cannot determine, something that you cannot predict. And they are used most times with uncountable nouns, that is something that you can't predict the quantity. So these are the partitive articles we have in French language. We have the du, the de la, we have the de and l apostrophe, and we have the de, which is definitely the plural form. Okay, so now let's look at how they contrast. In French language, we have the de. De is a preposition in French language. It is a preposition. Okay, so we have de le. We don't say de le in French. Rather, it contrasts and turns to du. And so this is just an abbreviation for masculine singular. That is, this de is a preposition plus an article which is of a masculine gender, and it is singular. So together gives you du, which is used for words in singular form, but it is of a masculine gender. So it turns to du. For example, we have l'âge moyen du mariage. Normally it's meant to be l'âge moyen de le mariage. So instead of saying l'âge moyen de le mariage, the article contrasts and turns to du. So we have it as l'âge moyen du mariage, that is minimum age for marriage. So we have l'âge moyen du mariage. So let's look at the next one. We have de plus la. So in French language, when we have de plus la, it doesn't change. It remains that way. Nothing changed there. So we have it as de plus la, which is of a feminine gender, and it is in a singular form. Okay, so that is the abbreviation here, FS, that is feminine singular. Okay, so we have an example like la fête de la musique, la fête de la musique. So there's nothing is going to change here. It's going to remain that way, unlike de le. So note that in French language, it is only when we have de plus a masculine gender plus a masculine article, that is a masculine definite article, it contrasts and turns to du. But when it is of a feminine gender and it is singular, it remains the same. Nothing changes. So we have la fête de la musique. So let's look at another one. We have our de, which is our preposition, and the l apostrophe. Okay, so we have it to be l apostrophe when the word coming in front is a vowel or a silent h, then the l turns to apostrophe. So it could be for masculine and feminine singular. So we use it for both masculine and feminine singular. Imagine that it is de le or de la, for example, and the next word coming is a vowel or it's a silent h. So we have it this way for both. And note, it must be in the singular form. Okay, so we have examples. We have les infirmiers de l'hôpital. Okay, so this is in the masculine form because we have infirmier, which is of a masculine gender, but it is telling us that this infirmier, which is the nurse, is more than just one. This is more than one nurse. So we have les infirmiers de l'hôpital, and we know that normally it's meant to be de l'hôpital, but we have said it that when we have a silent H or a vowel coming in between, then we have it to be L apostrophe. So that is why that is like that. So we have l'infirmier de l'hôpital. Okay, and we have another one here. We have les 12 mois de l'année. Normally this is meant to be de la année. So you can't have two vowels together. So one A is cancelled and then it contrasts that way. So that is why it is like that. So our preposition de and L gives an apostrophe if the word coming in front afterwards is a vowel or a silent H. So note that. So we have another one, the last one, which is a plural form. Note that all these are in singular form. This is the plural form for it in French language. So we have du, de, la, and de plus L apostrophe. They are all for singular. Note this is for singular masculine, singular feminine, and this can be for both, but they are singular. And this is the plural form of it. This is the plural form of it. We have de plus le, and it contrasts as well. It turns to de in French language. So, for example, and note this, that was what I wrote in the bracket. There's an abbreviation which means masculine and feminine plural. So this de plus le can be used for both masculine gender, a feminine gender, but note that they must be in the plural form. Okay, so we have example. We have l'ami des voisins. Okay, so we can see that it's meant to be de les voisins, of the neighbors, but we don't have de les voisins in French. Rather, it contrasts and turns to de. Okay, so this is for a masculine gender, but it is plural because we have ami to be masculine. Okay, and it is agreeing in number and in gender, because when we say de, our voisin must take a plural for us to know that okay, yes, this is a plural form. And so we have the female as well, which l'ami des voisins. So if it is in a feminine form, we have it this way: ami takes e and our voisin take es à la fin. Okay, so this is how the de plus our definite article contrast in French language. So let's look at some examples. Here are examples of how to make do of our partitive article, that is our preposition de and definite article. Okay, so we have the indeterminate, that is the quantity that we cannot determine, and the zero quantity. So we have il mange du pain. So when we say il mange du pain, we can't determine the quantity of pain he has taken, the bread he took. So we know that here it's meant to be de le, and so this de le has contracted to be du. So this is how we have it in French language. And so when we want to look at the negative form, we have il ne mange pas de pain. Instead of saying il ne mange pas du pain, no, it's going to be il ne mange pas de pain. Note, when we have a negative form, the preposition that is going to come afterwards before the noun is going to be de or the apostrophe. Okay, so note, it is a rule that when we have it, our negative form, the preposition will not go in this format. You either have it this way or this way. That is, if it's the next word that is coming is a vowel or a silent H. So we have il mange de la viande. So this is il mange de la viande, as we have said previously that de la doesn't change. Du contrast, but when it comes to feminine singular, it doesn't change, it doesn't contrast, it stays like that. So we can determine the quantity of meat that the person took. So when we have it in our negative form, which is the zero quantity, we have il ne mange pas de viande. Can you see? Instead of saying il ne mange pas de la viande, it's going to be il ne mange pas de viande. Okay, so we have il boit de l'eau. Il boit de l'eau. So the water he took, we can't determine the quantity. Okay, so in the negative form, we have il ne boit pas d'eau. Can you see? So it's taking this form because it is going to be apostrophe because the next word that is coming in front is a vowel. So we don't have the and so there must be something, a vowel must be cancelled for the next one to come into place. So we have il boit the jus de fruit. So here again, these are ways of us making use of our preposition de and our definite article, because most times this partitive article is used for an unspecific quantity. That is, we can't determine our quantity. So most time when we use our partitive article, they are used for things that we cannot quantify them, and it comes in front or afterwards with an uncountable noun. Okay, so we have our negative form, which takes to be il ne boit pas de jus de fruit. Okay, so instead of saying il ne boit pas des jus de fruit, can you see that it is il ne boit pas de instead of de? So note this rule that in French language, when it is negative form, we have it as de or the apostrophe. Okay, so I hope you can identify how our preposition de and our definite article contrast in French language. Note that when it is a masculine singular, it contrasts. When it is a feminine singular, it remains the same. And so when we have it as an apostrophe, we can have both masculine and feminine gender, which is singular, as the as our article de plus l apostrophe. Okay, so and our plural form remains the same, which is de. So it could be for a masculine or of a feminine gender. So I hope you find this video useful to be able to start making use of your partitive articles in French language. So engage me at the comment section. Let me know what you have to say as regarding the partitive article or our preposition de plus our definite article. So do remember to give this video a thumbs up if you find it useful. Do share to loved one and do subscribe. See you till my next one. Happy.